Welcome back to News Geelong as we are joined by Melaine Morgan, a Geelong entrant in the Mrs Australia quest supporting women in need. A big long weekend on Monday, a big event for you, Melaine.
Yes, it is. I'm holding a Women in Need high tea soiree at Fisherman's Pier to help the Women in Need Foundation, which is part of the Mrs Australia group.
And the whole thrust of this, of course, fundraising for a wonderful charity.
It is. It's a fantastic charity. It's a charity that was founded by two past winners of Mrs Australia, and it's for helping women across Australia with self-esteem, body image issues and emotional abuse. All women have had at some stage in their life.
And how can people go about getting tickets to this wonderful event?
They can purchase tickets at Essence in High Street, Belmont, which is next to Purple Cow. Just pop in there on either Saturday morning. They're open to purchase a ticket, which is $50.
And a wonderful afternoon of entertainment they are promised.
Yes, we've got a fashion parade by two local businesses, Purple Cow Clothing and My Boutique Australia, who are showcasing their latest fashion clothing for this season.
And now we turn to the exciting world of Geelong sport and our own flying hawk, Nathan Curry. Good evening, Nathan.
Thanks very much, Rollo. It was good to see you out and about on the weekend. Well, Rollo saw St Mary's big win over St Albans in the GFL, and he caught up with St Mary's best player, Will McGregor, after the match.
Yeah, thanks very much. I was just glad to actually get a win on the board. No matter even if it was scrappy or whatever, to get a win and sing the song is always positive.
Coming out yourself personally, coming off Interleague last week, you continue with that good form yourself. Feel comfortable with your game?
Yeah, I suppose my offensive side I'm comfortable with, but I've still got, coming from the Ballarat Footy League to here, there's a lot more of a defensive aspect, and I've still got things to work on there. So I'm trying to improve in that area, and yeah, I'm gradually getting there. Yeah.
The competitiveness of St Albans, surprising that they're 0-7 after 7 rounds.
Yeah, well, I think coming to this competition, I think no matter where you are on the ladder, sides can at least have a good quarter or 2 quarters and be competitive. I don't think there's ever any easy wins in this comp, and that's a great thing for Geelong. Yeah.
And out on the ground, the 20-minute mark of the last quarter when Jared Barth sneaked through the 14th goal, relaxed it a little?
Yeah, it did, and he got pretty excited about it, which is good. It was good.
And players to come back?
Yeah, we do have a couple. Benny Lavars didn't play much of the game today, and yeah, we do have a couple extra to come through. So hopefully, yeah, we've got a short turnaround, six days. So if the boys recover, and a big one against Newtown next week.
And only one game outside the 5 makes a very important game against the Newtown and Shore Leaguers up at Ellerslie Reserve.
Yeah, I suppose even today we treated it like a final, and we have to the next couple of weeks. Otherwise, we won't be playing finals footy. And St Mary's is a proud club, and that's half the reason why I come here. They play finals footy, and hopefully we can continue that. Thanks
for your time, Will. Well, everybody's talking about Geelong's big clash with Hawthorn tomorrow night at the G, and I caught up with Chris Scott, the coach of the Geelong Football Club, for all the latest. Now, Chris, it hasn't been too long since you've played the Hawks, but it's a little bit different this time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a quirk of the draw, isn't it? But there are positives to it. We're keen to play the good side so we can see where we're at, and they're certainly one of those at the moment. We let them get away to a really good start last time. I suspect if we allow that to happen again, it won't be as achievable to get back into the game.
How have you rated Tom Hawkins' attitude since he went back to the VFL?
10 out of 10. Yep, absolutely faultless. Yeah, and as I've said all along with Tom, as we've said all along, he's critical to our long-term plans. We're working really hard with him. He's working really hard as an individual, and I'm very confident that he'll be in our side when it counts. Do you rest players for the sake of it? Yeah, we've never rested a player that was 100% fit to play. So every club's trying to manage their list as best they can, but I think we've been pretty upfront with the players that we think are sort of 50-50, that we're always going to err on the side of caution. Even if they're 60-40, we've tended to take the cautious approach. I mean, the other thing we need to do, and we'll continue to do, is give young players opportunity when they deserve it. So that's a balance that is going to be a continual challenge for us, but we're reasonably happy with the way it's going so far.
AFL coaches must shudder when they think about planning to stop Cyril Rioli. How will Geelong stop him?
Yeah, no, you shudder a little bit. You do. Yeah, I'm sure they want a few of him. You know, they'd love him in the midfield and forward, maybe off half-back as well. He's just a dynamic player. So that's going to be a challenge for us. We're not exactly sure what we'll do yet, but whoever gets the job, or the number of players that get the job, are going to have a big challenge in front of them.
You've made changes to your side nearly every week. Will you look at playing another couple of young boys this week?
Oh, well, yeah, we're always looking. I mean, we've got some guys pushing up at VFL level, which is a good thing. Alan Christensen went back and was probably our best player on the weekend, so he's pushing really hard. Stevie Motlop's been playing well for a number of weeks, and Mitch Brown's looking good as well. Tom Hawkins went back and did what we needed him to do, so he'll certainly be pushing hard. So, yeah, we've got some tough decisions to make, but we'd like to think it's a good thing for the club. Simon
Hogan's back with the playing group. Will he play in the VFL this week?
He's going pretty well. He's in pretty good spirits, and we've got a plan to get him back playing VFL footy soon, but whether it's this week or next week, we're unsure, but I suspect it'll be one of the two.
The Hawks have won every one of their games since they played Geelong. Has much changed?
I still think they were trying to use that short kick a little bit early in the year. It was quite effective against us at times. Maybe they've taken that to another level. But, I mean, their key players are still the same as they were early in the season. I'm pretty sure they've improved, but I hope we've improved as well. So they're generally good games against the two clubs. We'd expect this one to be similar.
Does the 2008 grand final loss still burn?
It's really hard for me to comment because I wasn't here. I wasn't a part of it. But I mean, I repeat myself over and over again. Our players just hate losing, and when you get denied a premiership, I'm certain that has a flow-on effect. But I hope that our players don't lift any more for Hawthorn than they would for another team.
Thanks very much for your time, Chris, and I really hope it's a good game tomorrow night, and I hope I'm the one smiling on Wednesday night. But until then, it's back to you, Rollo.
Thank you, Nathan, and go Cats tomorrow night at the MCG. Now to the cold conditions of winter in and around Geelong. It's a very good evening to sparkling Lani Salathiel with a weather forecast over the next 6 days of a cold winter already. Good evening, Lani.
Thank you, Graham. Well, with winter certainly upon us, the colder weather conditions are settling in as we take a look at what's in store for us over the next week. For tomorrow, Saturday, will be a partly cloudy day with some isolated showers around until evening, an expected top of 13. For Sunday, we'll see cloud with a chance of rain and a top of 14. For the new week, Monday will be a mainly dry day with some cloud around, also the chance of a shower with a top of 14. Whilst Tuesday will be a partly cloudy day with a chance of a shower during the morning with a top of 14 also. Wednesday will be partly cloudy with periods of sunshine and a top of 15, warming up just a tad. Thursday will be becoming cloudy and a top of 15 again. And today around Geelong and the Surf Coast, we had a partly cloudy day with some isolated showers at times, a top temperature of 14. And that's the weather outlook for the coming week. Have a pleasant evening. Keep warm, don't forget to turn those electric blankets on, and have a safe and pleasant weekend. In the meantime, back to you, Graham.
Thank you, Lani. Have a good weekend and stay safe and warm. And thank you for being with us on News Geelong this Friday evening, the 10th day of June. To Hope, wife of Fred, happy 80th birthday. May there be many more. And remember, Hope, take your time and smell the flowers. From all at News Geelong, have a pleasant evening, a safe weekend and a very good night.